Transactions must be completed within the next 30 seconds.
How it came about, we were making the Midazoland album, and Simon had complete writer's block. And so he said, I need a few weeks to go and discover some new subject matter. So he went off, and Warren and I decided to do the TV Mania album. So all we were doing was turning on the television set, and people were talking in song titles. So while Simon was off struggling in a dark room somewhere, looking for the right titles for the Duran material, they were just spewing out of the television to us things like Beautiful Clothes and I Want to Make Films. It's a fantastic way of doing things because you can actually choose your vocalist from TV.
So we had this beautiful soundscape set around one little sample of a voice saying, "We grab the sun."
You grab the sun.
Nick had been watching Planet Fashion, and he told me, man, I'm hearing some stuff on there. It's really cool, little sound bites. So I started recording Planet Fashion. So I was just scanning, with the remote control and seeing something, oh, let me record that. And so we had, a few videotapes that we can go through and grab the best bits.
Using a hidden camera. Using a hidden camera. Using a hidden camera.
Using it in camera is actually an interesting example on the album because the entire track is made up from samples from television. We thought, well, why don't we write something that's more of a concept album? Something that's sort of realistic, maybe slightly futuristic, but something that could happen. It was really the beginnings of the internet. We were all still on dial-up. The world was sort of changing, surveillance cameras, there was a lot of controversy, particularly in London where we have more surveillance cameras than anywhere else in any city in the world.
I had this guitar sample that was just sitting in a Jam Man sampler, not yet transferred to a DAT or anything, not saved. And it was this harmonics thing, and it was really aggressive. And I went upstairs, got it, brought it down, put it into the machine, and that's the guitar that is Beautiful Clothes. With that song, we knew we were really onto something, and that was like, okay, the samples are the way to go. In the case of, let's say, I Want to Make Films, when you hear the girl say, I want to make films, I picked up the bass and played those same notes and made that the riff of the song. So now, instead of writing music and going, we should put a sample in there, it was the other way around. The sample was dictating everything.
Warren and I were talking, just coming up with ideas saying, well, wouldn't it be interesting if there was a family that was so dysfunctional that they were chosen by scientists as the ultimate test group family who they could watch all the time and try and figure out what was really going on with the moral fabric of life. And so we invented this family and really took stereotypes. So the mother was a complete pillhead who spent most of her time spaced out on Prozac and other flavors. The father was a religious freak. So they were really exaggerated stereotypes of what families were becoming like at that time. And what we thought was, well, if they were all locked into a house and there was surveillance everywhere 24 hours, they didn't even have windows, they had TV sets for windows so they could change their view every day, change the city if they wanted to, and the scientists would observe them. But then in our story, we developed it further and said, yeah, but this is going to be so good, the scientists are going to realize that it's compulsive viewing, and the TV people are going to want to buy it from the scientists. So this is how the plot developed. And then, well, if they buy it, the family don't know, because they only have the contract with the scientists. So the whole world are watching this family, inside of this house, in this compound, but the family don't even know. Then, a few months later, Warren and I went to see a film called The Truman Show. We thought, some other people had similar ideas to this.
Guy in the sky.
So when Survivor came out and Big Brother and all the rest of them, Warren and I thought, all right, we'll take a step back from the story for the moment. We said, but we've still got the album. We've still got Bored with Prozac and the Internet, and that stands up on its own. as a piece of music. So we'll put that out. And our intention was, of course, to put it out 97, 98, as soon as we could. But we just lost touch. I suppose, as the great cliche goes, life is what happens when you're making other plans. We spoke about it over the years, we should put that out, and then we just didn't know where the masters were. We still don't know where the multi-track masters are, so if anyone has them, we'd love them back. Luckily, literally a couple of years ago, I was going through some little DAT tapes, and everything, of course, was labelled wrong. I opened a box, TV Mania, Master, Final Mixes. And so I spoke to Warren, and we're both really excited about the concept of it, and of course, knowing that it's going to take us years still to put it together.
We've got this theme with colors, and we really want to stick to that. The vinyl from the Vinyl Factory is white vinyl. The logo, the original logo is barcode, but the original logo, Nick had drawn it. TV Mania, completely in barcode.
We knew then, when we listened to it, yeah, it remains exactly as it was. We have not touched a single thing about it. It's a real time capsule from 1996. This is what we were thinking, this is what we did. And there's something about the purity of that I rather like.